Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to cover this story because this is something that can affect any one of us. Any one of us women who go to the gym, who go into the locker room and expect a safe space for women. This can affect any one of us. So this is the story about Planet Fitness. A member went into the bathroom and basically saw a man standing there shaving. And this person apparently identifies as a woman. At least that's what he has said, and that's why he's allowed in the bathroom. Planet Fitness have an inclusion policy, which means that anybody who identifies as a woman is allowed in the women's bathroom, is allowed in the women's locker rooms. And bear in mind, this is where people shower. So she walks into the bathroom, she sees this man standing there shaving. A regular looking dude, didn't look like, wasn't passing as a woman, anything like that. This is just a regular guy standing there shaving. But apparently he's allowed to be there because of identity. So she gets him on camera and she shares this on social media.
Good day. I just wanted to say I just came out of Planet Fitness and there is a man shaving in a women's bathroom. I realize he wants to be a woman. He gets to be a woman. I love him in Christ. He's a spiritual being having a human experience. He doesn't like his gender, so he wants to be a woman, but I'm not comfortable with him shaving in my bathroom. All right, I just thought I'd say it out loud.
So that's it. She got nothing against this person, but she's saying, and what we're all saying, is that we don't want men in the bathroom with us because it's a women's bathroom. It's very simple. So this is Planet Fitness in Alaska, in the Fairbanks borough. And the woman you saw there is Patricia Silver, and her membership was revoked. Her membership was revoked because she violated some sort of inclusion policy. She told the guy that he should be in the men's bathroom, that he needs to be in the men's bathroom, and they revoked her membership. Now, bear in mind, one of their policies in the gym is no grunting, presumably to make sure nobody feels uncomfortable. So you can ban grunting when people are working out so that, predominantly women do not feel uncomfortable, but those same men are allowed in the women's bathroom to make the women feel uncomfortable. If they identify as a woman, of course. They're allowed in the women's bathroom and they give no thought to how that makes the women feel. They give no thought to how uncomfortable it makes the women feel. As Patricia said there, she's not comfortable with it. Grunting, we're going to ban that so that you don't feel uncomfortable. But men who have penises, as we know, being in your bathroom is fine, no matter how uncomfortable it makes you feel, all because of identity. This, my friend, is how Planet Fitness retaliated against the women who enter the women's locker room. They cancelled my membership because I complained that a man was shaving in the women's locker room, while a young girl wrapped in a towel, naked, frightened, in a corner, sitting on a bench. I made my complaint against this man in the women's locker room, and Planet Fitness cancelled my membership. Yes, they did save me the time of having to do it myself, but at the same time, it is not okay that they chose allowing a man in the women's locker room rather than to remove that spectacle from that space.
Good morning at 8 degrees below zero in Fairbanks, Alaska. Day 2 of Planet Fitness saga. I came in Monday. There's a man in the women's locker room shaving. A little girl sitting in the corner. She could have been 12 years old. I don't know how old she was. In a towel. Kind of freaked out that there's a man shaving in her locker room. Well, I was offended. I took a picture of him and I asked him, why are you there? You're a man with a penis. Why are you in the women's locker room? And he justified by saying, I'm queer LGB. And I said, you shouldn't be in the women's locker room. Well, I left. And as I said this morning, I got canceled. Planet Fitness is defending the man in the women's locker room, the man with the penis, rather than the child sitting in the corner with a towel wrapped around her. So people, I just want you to know, this is weird. It's not good. It's rather disturbing. So I would like for you women to stand up and have a voice and stop the shenanigans. You have authority. Use your authority. I took that picture because I felt like I was in an unsafe space. And so I'm probably going to go report this to the police today, but I just want to tell Samantha and Joe that work there and own it, thank you so much for canceling my membership. You saved me the trip. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
And the thing that gets me is not only do grown women have to be okay with this or they get their membership cancelled, but children, young girls have to be okay with it as well. This is the message we are giving our children. It's very conflicting because on one hand, you're telling them about stranger danger. You're telling them if you see anything, run and tell an adult. But now we're giving them conflicting information because if they see a man in the locker room, apparently they're supposed to be okay with it. Apparently that's not a man, that's a woman. I mean, we've seen this in Canada where they allow a 50-year-old man to be in the locker room and the showers with young girls for swimming. Officially, when it comes to these places like Planet Fitness, there is no protection for women. There's no spaces for women. Once they say that identity means that anybody is allowed into the locker room. How is that acceptable? It's bad enough that you're doing this to women, to adults, but now to children, that's okay with Planet Fitness? That a 12-year-old girl is in the locker room with a grown man? They're okay with that. If anything, these policies attract predators because it lets them know that they're going to be invited in. It's going to be easy to gain access to the women and the young girls that they want to gain access to, as sick as that sounds. It invites them. How are people not getting this? How are these organizations not getting this? Of course, it's always going to take something tragic to happen before they revise their policy. It's basically sacrificing girls at the altar of gender ideology, sacrificing their safety, sacrificing their well-being. No fault for the fact that it makes them feel uncomfortable. It's as if we don't care that you feel uncomfortable. I mean, it basically said that. Some members may feel uncomfortable with a transgender member using the same locker room facilities, bathrooms, showers, or other facilities, programs separated by sex. This discomfort is not a reason to deny access to the transgender member. Planet Fitness staff should work with members and employees to address this discomfort and to foster a climate of understanding consistent with the judgment-free character of Planet Fitness. And that reminds me of what Riley Gaines and the other female athletes went through when they didn't want to have to share a locker room with Leah Thomas. They were told that there was something wrong with them and that maybe they could seek support to make them feel comfortable. Maybe they could seek counseling and, re-educate themselves. You're the one who has the problem if you are uncomfortable with this. Now, obviously, grown women know that this is a load of baloney, but telling that to children, telling that to a young 12-year-old girl that she has to feel comfortable with this makes no sense whatsoever. This is not normal, people. This is not normal. This is insanity. You go to other countries and you tell them this story. You tell them this about Planet Fitness. I don't think they'll be able to get their head around it. They'll either laugh or cry. So they reiterated their policy. All members, including transgender members, may use Planet Fitness locker room facilities and programs based on their self-reported gender identity. These facilities include bathrooms, showers, and all other facilities separated by sex. Wherever possible, Planet Fitness clubs should maintain private changing areas in each locker room for the comfort of all members. I wouldn't feel comfortable knowing that there's a guy getting undressed, showering or whatever in the same locker room as me. I wouldn't feel comfortable in the next cubicle. I wouldn't feel comfortable with that at all. Who would? I don't think men would feel comfortable with that either. If a woman who identified as a man, was in their locker room, I don't think they would feel comfortable with that. Single-sex spaces are there for a reason.
Calling Planet Fitness. Thank you for calling Planet Fitness.
I was wondering, what is the protocol for canceling my membership?
Okay, I can go ahead and give you that email?
Well, are you aware of what's like circulating in the news right now?
I am not.
So in Planet Fitness, a 12-year-old girl was in the girls' locker room. And Planet Fitness allowed a man in the locker room because he, quote, identifies as a woman. So just watch yourself because you're a girl, you're a female. They're letting men in the locker room. I went and looked up Planet Fitness's policy and they're like, yep, all you have to do is say you identify and you're allowed in the women's locker room.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah,
Thank you that.
you're very welcome. Due to your transgender policy, which violates women's rights and safety, I am proud to cancel my membership at Planet Fitness. I will no longer or ever again be a member, and I'm happy to take my money to a facility that prioritizes women's rights and protections above a delusional man's. I sincerely hope that the 12-year-old girl that you endangered in Alaska sues you and wins. You chose the wrong side of history. Please cancel my membership immediately. Perhaps consider a public apology and a change to your policies while you're at it. Bye, Planet Fitness.
It's very disrespectful towards women, these policies. In an attempt to be inclusive and to respect somebody's identity, you are disrespecting women. You aren't valuing women, and you're not giving any thought to their level of comfort, their level of security. You're not giving any thought to their privacy. It's very, very sad. It's a huge slap in the face. It really is. Now, I will say it is illegal to film inside a bathroom or a locker room. However, she's walked into the bathroom and seen a man. I could imagine her first thought was to get this person on camera because she's thinking this is a predator. So I can imagine she thought, let's get this person on camera so that we know his identity, especially when there was a child there. But Planet Fitness, this is what they responded in saying, why she had her membership revoked. So Planet Fitness revoked Sylvia's membership and filed a police report against her, citing her violation of gym policy by taking photos and or videos in the locker room. This could all be avoided if people just used the bathroom that aligns with their sex. He would fit in pretty well in the men's bathroom, clearly, as you can see. So why the women's? Why? Especially when you're shaving, why not just use the men's bathroom? That's suspicious to me. And that is going to be suspicious to women in general. Obviously the ones who are happy with this sort of thing, whatever. But regular women who walk into the bathroom and see a man shaving are not going to be comfortable with that. They're not. Doesn't make sense that he couldn't have just done that in the men's bathroom. And Planet Fitness thinks this is okay. If you know you're a woman, you know, why do you need to reinforce that by using the women's bathroom? That's only going to make women and little girls uncomfortable. So he still could have used the men's bathroom and no one could have taken away his womanhood. You know who you are. If you're secure in who you are, you could still use the men's bathroom knowing that you're a woman. I'll just read a couple of comments. Gabby says, this man doesn't think that he's a woman. He said that just because the gym rules allows anyone who says they identify as a woman to get into women-only spaces. This is a dude who enjoys invading our privacy for obscene reasons. Maybe a predator or misogynist. Patriarchy 2.0. Planet Fitness better resolve the situation ASAP, or they're about to lose a lot of female members.
People have been boycotting Planet Fitness. Yes, Planet Fitness Bud Lighted themselves. They Bud Light themselves. They Tyson Food themselves. Doritos too. Oh yeah, and Kellogg's. If you took a look at their stock price, it was going up before this story got out. It was going up, not a lot, but it was going up. Now it's taking a huge dip. And at Planet Fitness, in the corporate Planet Fitness, bruh, they're panicking. Big time.
And of course, all of these policies give no account to autogynephilia. They make no allowances for that. There's no contingency for that. It's as if that doesn't exist. And we're supposed to pretend that it doesn't exist until everything goes wrong and something terrible happens. Then they may acknowledge it after all, if they're forced to. You know, something happens where the police have to get involved, where the courts have to get involved, then they may acknowledge it. But until then, we're all supposed to pretend Anytime a man is in a women's locker room, it's always a stunning and brave scenario. Absolute insanity. The only way to fight back and let them know that this is unacceptable is to cancel your membership. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and God willing, I will see you in the next video.